Logan made all the money this weekend.
A lot of money, yeah.
All the monies. Logan made
boatloads.
Last I checked this morning, $237 million. That's obnoxious. It's a worldwide gross. Its budget was $97 million. So if I ever hear again the rhetoric that rated R movies don't sell, I'm just going to casually bring this in Deadpool up.
Yep. They're just fucked. You know,
what about
weird.
Blade?
Blade is not... Blade's not, like, culturally relevant anymore. And let's be honest, the first one was okay, the second one's fantastic, the third one's shit.
Yeah.
Because they let David Goyer direct.
Oh, God. Oh, he directed the third one?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Just like the next X-Men movie is going to be directed by Simon Kinberg.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, I'm really excited to see that movie because I hear it's amazing.
Yep, everyone I know, people at work who saw it, who I didn't think would go see a movie like that, told me that it was excellent. Non-superhero fans, basically.
I have been avoiding all spoilers, pretty much.
I haven't, but I'm okay with them, and I think it's still going to affect me when I go see it. Anyway, we bring up Logan.
I got hit with major spoilers.
Yeah, I ran into a few on Screen Rant, but I'm mostly okay with spoilers.
No, I'm talking about the ending.
Yeah, me too.
Don't talk shit about Logan yet. I haven't seen it.
Neither have I. We're not talking about Logan.
Oh, damn.
I'm telling Arlen to leave that in.
Congratulations, you probably just made the episode. We bring that up, not to talk about Logan, contrary to what my roommate said. No, I want to talk about rated R adaptations of stuff, either in comics, to the silver screen, or other properties like, I don't know, video games to comic book form that may be of the mature or rated R sense. And we'll just let Chris fire off with the one and only time this is ever going to be appropriate. So, Chris, fire when ready.
What do you mean? What could I possibly want to be adapted to a film?
What kind of mature rated R comic series?
I don't know what type of Alan Moore comic book would ever grace the big screen again.
Featuring popular literary characters, because it's never happened before, not once, and didn't star Sean Connery.
Nope, never. No film will ever be as good as the Sean Connery version. However, you can only cast someone to play Sean Connery as well as Sean Connery played Sean Connery.
Exactly. But if we got an actual, if we got a League of Extraordinary Gentlemen adapted faithfully to the screen, I think it'd be very interesting. I think it'd be batshit crazy. I'm sure everyone would like it.
No, it's got such a weird writing style, it'd be hard to adapt.
But it'd be just to see, even if they changed it a little bit, I think it would make you just to see all those characters in one place at the same time.
They would they could not follow the books hardly at all because of the way they're written.
Yeah.
Because I read through them.
Isn't Harry referenced in one of the later ones?
I think the last one. Because I believe it was the first original 6 run, 6 graphic novels. And then they redid another line a couple years later, 20 years later.
Yeah, with Harry Potter. But they couldn't say Harry Potter, so they gave him a different weird name.
Yeah, and they didn't I know Sherlock Holmes is directly referenced in the original ones, but I don't think he's ever called out by name. He's only referenced by Moriarty and Mycroft, I think.
Yeah, it's mostly
he dies off panel, basically.
Yeah.
But the original League of Extraordinary Gentlemen is not for the faint of heart. Alan Quatermain is a dopehead who is not heroic at all during the course of the story. Spends most of the time coughing, being cowardly, and doing drugs. And a lot of the heavy lifting is done by other characters like Mr. Hyde.
Yeah.
Who, if I remember correctly, doesn't he molest the Invisible Man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I don't think it was Mr. Hyde though, but yeah, the Invisible Man does get molested.
Yeah.
Yes. Which is why I said adapting it verbatim, probably not going to happen. But in that tone, maybe. I don't know. I think that brand, as far as movies go, is probably a bit tainted.
I mean, yeah. With that movie, like, no offense, Chris, but that movie definitely destroyed a lot of careers.
Specifically, Sean Connery's.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know what we're talking about. Stop denying it.
I prefer my reality in which Sean Connery is living his life how he wants to live because he's Sean Connery.
Oh, that movie retired him. Totally and completely.
Himself, like he's like,
yeah, he was like, that movie's shit. I hate it.
Why did I do that? was I high? Like,
well, I think Sean Connery is probably always high, but
I think he's more drunk. I have to think he's probably constantly on some kind of Scotch buzz.
he's drunk on beating women.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
his name is Alan Quartermain.
That's excuse. Anyway, anybody have anything else? Hunter, I know you said you have one.
The Hulk. I really
You want to see a rated R Hulk?
I couldn't. Nope.
Yes.
No.
And I can explain why. So
Please do.
I think you could do a really good like Logan-esque story with Bruce Banner.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't be a Hulk movie per se. I think that it would be interesting to see just a movie focus on Bruce himself trying to deal with what he is, per se, and not like the Ang Lee movie. I mean, like kind of like this a drama almost more than an action movie.
So what you're saying is you want to go watch 13 over 30 days. Or
I
13
guess.
going on 30. That's what you want to watch right now.
What? I've never seen that movie.
I fail to see the comparison.
Yeah, I don't.
It's
I've never seen that movie, so I don't know.
It's what the fuck is his name? Not Edward Norton. Who's the other one?
What? Who are you talking about?
Bruce Banner.
Oh,
He's
Mark
playing
Ruffalo.
him. Yeah, Mark
no.
Ruffalo.
If they do this, I want Mark Ruffalo. Like,
Yeah. I was trying to remember his name.
No, I don't think we're never going to see a rated R movie from Marvel, from the MCU. Ever.
They sell too much money to kids, so.
Yeah, the Disney presence is too overbearing, and all these hyper nerds on the internet who keep campaigning for a Carnage movie, just take a seat. It's never going to happen. And if we get it, it's going to be so watered down, it's going to be unrecognizable.
yeah.
It's going to be very, very sanitized. You can't do Carnage without having him be a mass murderer. Violent mass murderer. It's not going to happen.
You know what it'll be? It'll be Ultimate Carnage, but he's not going to kill anyone. Like, you won't see him actually kill anyone.
Or it'll be like, I don't know, it'll be like the way Joker killed people in The Dark Knight, where it was always stuff off-screen or it happened too fast.
Yeah, or like he just like... Or he drops someone out a window. It's like, oh, he didn't do it.
Yeah, exactly. He'll knock a bridge over and be like, I just killed 200 people. It's like, yeah, but we didn't see anything. I mean, we got the two Punisher... well, we've had 3 Punisher movies, but none of them have really made any waves.
I mean, I was about to say, like, none of them are violent, because... Punisher
Punisher
Warzone
Warzone is exactly what it needed to be, but the problem is you bring up Punisher Warzone, and most people just write it off as a shit movie, and it is a shit movie, but it's the best kind of shit movie you can watch.
Yeah, it's a great shit movie.
I, for one, would like to see, not necessarily from comics to the screen, but I'd like to see from video games to comics. Can I please have a good Dark Souls comic?
That might be difficult.
Please.
Hold on,
Please.
I'm still in the dark.
What's
What's a Dark Souls comic?
What do you mean? Dark Souls, the video game.
I know. I mean, like, Why do you need a comic book?
Because
there is a comic
Lore.
book currently, and I was very excited for it. And
Fucking lore.
but yeah, it's exactly. There's lore that's like it's falling out the game's asshole. It's fascinating, and the problem is the comics they made are garbage.
yeah, they don't follow.
Disposable trite.
I don't even think they followed whatever lore Bible From Software has.
No, well, they like the cool thing about Dark Souls is that they tell you in the beginning of each game is like, hey, centuries have passed since the last one, and kingdoms have risen and fallen, which means if you're going to make a comic series, you can do it between any of these games because you have hundreds of years to play with. So you have a little bit of freedom, and then the people who wrote this comic made the most uninteresting, like, it's the most uninteresting setting, it's bland characters, it's too much dialogue, and just a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah,
Okay,
the sun has like a face.
I've got an example of something that's equally that's on par with a Dark Souls, that should be a comic that is also a video game. Lost Odyssey,
Okay, I could see that.
because the characters live for 1,000 years.
No, Lost Odyssey is really heavy because it's got a lot to do with. I haven't finished it, but I remember playing it, and a lot of the there was these little like not really cutscenes, but like little bits where it was like you get little stories about people like I think it was like meeting people on a long path and basically just like the toils of being immortal and like the kind of the horror of living forever.
No, I'm talking about that they never showed the main character's life during the millennium.
Well, that series was also like it came and went real fast. Not series, game. It happened and then everybody forgot about it.
But the one thing the one comic,
And it's still not backwards compatible. Fuck you guys.
yeah, I know.
Fucking Microsoft.
The one comic I want to see done R-rated, Watchmen. Not Watchmen. I don't know why that popped in my head.
I was about to say, like, wait, didn't that already happen?
Wanted.
Well, I have a movie for you.
Wasn't Wanted rated R though? I thought Wanted already happened.
No. That had nothing to do with the comic.
Oh, he wants the straight up Watchmen.
Oh, you want the proper Wanted adaptation, basically.
Yeah, because either that or the real Old Man Logan.
I think the real Old Man Logan is too weird.
I was talking
Because
to
of
someone
the
about
Venom dinosaurs?
Not even okay.
No.
It's like you picked the most subtly weird thing in the whole book. No, how about inbred Hulk family eating people, or blind Hawkeye and Wolverine driving across the desert in a Spider-Man car?
God, that's
Oh
such
yeah,
a good
the
story.
Spidey-Mobile.
Yeah, the Spider-Mobile.
I mean, there are like it's a cool like Old Man Logan is really cool. Like but I don't see how they would do it right now.
You
Like,
can't. That's
you
also
can't.
a rights nightmare.
Yeah, and also half the characters who are like involved aren't even in the MCU, and like Hugo Weaving's never coming back. So
Yeah, exactly. This is assuming like X-Men ever goes back to.
I think it's gonna go back eventually.
I was hearing the Super Best Friends talk about that, and they said like at this point, adding the X-Men back to the MCU would almost be a problem because it's too crowded.
Yeah, like
They already have enough. I'm kind of
If
okay with them
anything-
not coming in.
if anything, it's just gonna be Wolverine.
Yeah.
And I think that is more likely than anything.
Well, it could stop this big Inhumans push that they're doing.
No, I mean Humans push is legit. I think that's their proper substitute for the X-Men.
If
When is this fucking Sandman movie ever going to happen? Because I heard that's pretty. I have never read Sandman, but I heard that's pretty dark and kind of up there.
One of the other people that was high up on the production left.
Ah, yes, that sounds like a DC problem.
No, it's a rights problem.
What do you mean?
I think when Joseph Gordon-Levitt left. No, it wasn't rights. It was a producer.
Yeah.
A producer wouldn't let him wouldn't let him make changes. He was like comic book store guy.
Oh, God.
Was in charge. Anyone?
Well, that sounds just dreadful.
Yeah, basically, Joseph Gordon-Levitt said that there's no way I'm gonna break through this. I need to move on.
I feel like that's going to happen to Shazam at some point, unless The Rock is like still again in this like long con where he's like, I'm totally going to be Black Adam.
The way DC needs the hits right now, that's very unlikely that we'll ever see the Shazam movie. Slash Black Adam movie, whatever you want to call it.
I don't think the Sandman movie will ever come into fruition either.
And
That's the Neil Gaiman, right?
Yeah, and I read one issue of Sandman like when I was little. I still haven't picked that series up.
Yeah, because when you said Sandman, my mind immediately jumped to the Marvel Universe Sandman, which I was very confused why that guy was getting a movie, but I also understood why that guy could get a movie.
Joined the Avengers at one point.
Yeah, that's why I was like, actually, he might actually be good at movie to watch.
I mean, he'd be interesting. Like Thomas Jane was pretty good in Spider-Man 3, but
because he'd basically be Deadshot, where he just needs the money to make rent.
I had this comic when I was little. Again, I had a bundle of comics from some, I can't remember where. Sandman was one of them. I got Wolverine vs. Punisher, which is the most horrifically drawn comic series I've ever seen in my entire life. If you're listening and you haven't seen it or read it, please go find it. It will make you laugh.
Yeah.
Everyone is drawn to be the most hideous versions of themselves you've ever seen. Wolverine's hair it takes up most of the panel sometimes. And Frank Castle frequently looks like he's on an all cigarette diet.
Oh yeah, and also isn't that the comic where he runs over Wolverine with a steamroller?
No, that didn't happen in that one. Because they trick you. It's not Wolverine versus Punisher. It's actually Wolverine versus Damage, who is disguised as the Punisher.
Oh.
And like the Reavers get involved. Yeah, it's silly shit.
I've got another one, and this one was most recently seen as a animated film, Justice League Dark.
I mean, wasn't that supposed to happen? Weren't we supposed to get a Guillermo del Toro Justice League Dark? He was campaigning for that.
Right
Yeah,
now,
they
One
were.
of many things Del Toro wants to do that the studios go, no.
Silent Hills PT, what up?
one thing,
Oh man.
right now I think Doug Liman is set to direct it.
Has there been a Silent Hill comic?
Yes, there are several, and most of them are bad.
God damn it.
Well, there's a couple that are. The problem is how are you supposed to beat Silent Hill 2? Like, at this point in time, you have how many games? Maybe 5 or 6, and each one is progressively worse and worse. But there are. It's just
Actually, it's closer to between 8 and 10.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about all the weird side ones.
Like the one for the Vita, the one for the PSP.
Well, I think what isn't was it Downpour or Shattered Memories? Isn't that basically a retelling of the first one?
Shattered Memories is.
Yeah, Shattered Memories. God, why the Dark Souls comics are bad? Silent Hill comics are bad. Next, you're telling me Resident Evil comics are bad. If there is any, they're probably bad. I don't know.
No. The Resident Evil books are bad.
I've only read the first 2 years ago.
I made the mistake of buying Caliban Cove.
I've never read that one.
Oh.
It's the worst.
No, but I was saying,
Cove?
I had this bundle of comics, and I had this one issue of this one comic series I've never been able to track down again. I think it was called Field, and it was all I remember. It was about warring factions of talking reptiles with machine guns.
That sounds pretty badass.
What?
And like all of them were extremely foul-mouthed. It was hyper-violent. It was. I just remember it being insane, and I'm like, even as a kid, I read, I'm like, this would be a really cool movie. But I don't remember. I can't remember. I think it was called Field, but I have not seen a single issue of it since. I've never heard anybody talk about it. It was this weird, obscure thing I picked up as a child and just lost the comic and never saw it again. I figured I would get Hunter with warring factions of talking reptiles with machine guns.
I'm definitely interested. What is this called?
I think it was called Field.
And it's a comic book?
Yes.
Oh, well, what is this? Okay.
I don't know. If you found it right now, I'm gonna be blown away.
So there's a fat guy driving a car.
Nope, that's not it. There was no humans.
There's no humans?
Nope.
I need
I
to
love
find
that.
this.
Fat guy driving a car.
That guy driving a car. Nope. None of those. There was no people. Like I said, it was only one issue, and I can't remember much about it except the fact that it was a bunch of talking lizard reptile people, in this big old faction war. I always thought that'd be interesting to see on screen, but I don't know much else about it other than the fact that it's talking reptiles with guns. I would say I would like to see a Ninja Turtles movie kind of adapted a little darker, but the first movie pretty much gets that tone down almost perfectly.
I mean,
Because the first movie is very heavily pulling from. I think there's a Leonardo issue that I have, or it's Leonardo miniseries, which basically the entire second half of the movie is pulled directly from. They just swap out Raphael for Leonardo. And the rooftop fight with Shredder is basically the same. I think right down to throwing him off the building.
yeah, they just rip stuff from the comics mostly, right?
Yeah, basically it's all lifted straight from the page, and the tone is right, like the look is right. Everything's pretty good. Like I don't think you need to go any that movie. I think is as good as a Ninja Turtles adaptation's ever going to get.
Yeah, it's
And the Turtles comics, for those who never read the original ones, are violent.
yeah,
They are.
they're all
What about Invader Zim?
I think Invader Zim is I mean, outside of its fan base, I think it's fucking dead in the water. I think Nickelodeon killed any goodwill that show would have had, or that could have had.
I watched Invader Zim, and I have no idea what happened to it. Like, what? Do you guys know?
They wanted to tone down the what made it good, and the creator was like, "Fuck you, I'm not coming back."
Mm.
Yeah, from what I understand,
He
he's
took
not
the
exactly
show with
easy to work with, but Nickelodeon wasn't being very was being a bit controlling.
Because I think I heard when I was in school, the creator killed himself. That's why they stopped making it.
Well, not that I know
Who
of.
told you that?
Again, this was the same kid that said his uncle worked at Nintendo. So
Oh well, you should.
Everyone had an uncle who worked at Nintendo.
Yeah, I worked at Nintendo for a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Me too.
My name was Ursula the Sea Witch.
Where is that from, Alan? I know that reference. I just don't know what it's from.
It was from an episode of it was from Rebel FM, the Christmas Bonanza with
yeah.
Ryan Altano and Scott Bromley.
I remember that now. Oh boy.
Going backwards. Going backwards, I would like.
Favorite file on the entire internet.
Going backwards, I'd like to see some good horror comics from stuff I like. I know there's Hellraiser comics out there, but I've not touched them.
They're good, actually.
Are they good?
I hear they're amazing.
What
I know
about
that
the
seems
Evil
like
Dead
a
comics?
property that would float. Well, there's Ash vs. Evil Dead. I don't know, not Ash vs. Evil Dead. I know that there's the Freddy vs. Jason vs. Ash comic series, which I think had a few sequels and spin-offs.
No,
Yeah,
I'm talking about
those are-
there's an actual Ash, or not Ash vs. Evil Dead, but an Evil Dead comic book series that has one-shots at all, certain points.
Interesting.
I mean,
It's got no name, low tier writers and artists.
I'll have to look into that.
A bunch of them came out last year.
No, I've only ever read the Ash vs. Evil Dead. God damn it, Ash vs. Freddy vs. Jason comic, which we talked about in here. I think it's stupendous. It's really good. Mostly because it's based off the script that was rejected for the movie. So it's a sequel we'll never get. But I think at some point, like, they were going to make that, and the studio was like, "Can we get Treat Williams instead of Bruce Campbell?" And Sam Raimi was like, "No." Bruce Campbell's irreplaceable. Anybody else have anything else that's on their brain?
Not really. I mean, I think I'm really Logan and like all these superhero movies are coming out. Like,
well, I'm curious to see what's going to happen now, because I know, Deadpool got this ball rolling. If it weren't for Deadpool, I don't think Logan would be the form it is. And I'm wondering what lessons are going to be learned from, I guess, the powers that be, and will they learn the right lessons?
I mean, yeah, I think they did. Especially if they let them make Logan. Like, Deadpool made a lot of money, and Logan is making a ton of money, so I don't know if they're necessarily going to learn the right lesson, but maybe they see that quality is a good kind of indicator of how successful this will be. Like,
I mean, I hope so, but like I said, I don't want those people who, like I said before, who are clamming for a Maximum Carnage adaptation. I don't want them to get the idea that this is going to work. With every example, like, you can't have a rated R Spider-Man movie. It's not going to happen. You can't have a rated R.
No,
I mean, we were very close to having a rated R Fantastic Four movie. Let's be honest.
Yeah, we're never.
If Josh Trank had his way, that would have been a rated R Fantastic Four movie, and it would have been really bizarre. I don't know if it would
Did they
work.
say if Justice League was going to be rated R?
I doubt it.
No, it's PG-13 or PG.
Okay.
We'll never get. Oh, excuse me. We'll never get a live-action rated R Batman. I would never. I'm never. Not gonna say
Well,
never.
maybe. Unless they went with the, I don't know what the proper term is, but the Flashpoint,
Thomas Wayne.
Yeah, Thomas Wayne.
I don't see that happening.
Also, they set up in this DC universe, like, Batman, like, straight up kills people. So, actually, we might actually get an R-rated.
I can see it happening for Batman before anybody else. Like, there's no need to have a rated R Superman movie, obviously.
No, I'm amazed. I am completely behind the idea that we will never, ever, in any lifetime, have a rated R Flash movie.
I mean, there's no reason to.
Exactly.
You'd think, but you'd also think that there's no reason to have a rated R most anything.
But there's reason to have a rated R Wolverine movie.
There's absolutely a reason to have a rated R Wolverine movie.
Like some things are better adapted that way. Like,
Not even it's not even the sake of like just adding the extra violence or language or sexual content. It's more about purity of the source material. Like the Netflix stuff is working right now because they're not compromising anything. It's also Netflix, so it's a different kind of platform. And I don't know if they took this approach and slapped it to a movie, I'm not sure how well it would have been received.
I don't. It's hard to tell.
And honestly, I think the Ben Affleck Daredevil is arguably is a bit more sick than the Netflix one.
No. Oh God. Yeah.
Ben Affleck Daredevil's cynical as shit.
He also murdered man via train. So.
He did murder a man via subway train. after paralyzing him and proceeded to mock him, which you can hear us talk all about in our Daredevil episode, which is some good shit.
Yeah, it's a good episode.
I'm no, we're getting a Punisher TV series, so we don't need to really do that. I think a lot of the superheroes who would fit the rated R mold from the Marvel side are all going to Netflix.
Moon Knight. Moon Knight would definitely have a rated R movie if they're going to do a TV show, if they do anything. But he would definitely benefit from a violent and kind of like not clean Marvel universe.
What was Luke Cage rated?
It's Netflix, so it doesn't really have a rating.
Yeah, there's also lots of sex.
Yeah. Luke Cage is probably the well, Jessica Jones was pretty clean, I would say, as far as graphic violence. Daredevil so far has taken the cake as far as sudden horrific graphic violence.
Oh God, yes.
I can tell you, I wasn't really prepared when Kingpin decapitated a man with a car door in season 1.
Yeah, that was a little much.
But even I would say before a TV series came out, I would say Preacher would probably do well in the rated R.
Oh yes, definitely.
Setting, but AMC is kind of perfect for that too because AMC doesn't give a fuck about anybody's feelings.
Yeah, no, they do not.
They're in the business of making money.
Yeah, exactly. They're really in the business of making just quality programming without compromising it. We got 2 Sin City movies, and the second one's not great.
So let's say 1.5 Sin City movies.
Yeah, 1.5 Sin City movies.
I mean, I really like that first movie, but
the first movie's great.
Yeah, it's I feel like the second one kind of it just exists, kind of
Yeah, it's more the same.
Yeah, it's just it's here, it's a movie you can watch.
Excuse me. What I would like a second roll of the dice at, for me personally, is another adaptation of From Hell, because that is probably my favorite graphic novel ever. And I read the book. I read the book first, and I was like, "This is awesome." Saw the movie, I was like, "What the fuck did they do to this story?"
I mean, I've never seen it, so
Oh, okay. Have you read From Hell at all?
I read it a long time ago.
Basically, they took because in the comic From Hell, you know who the Ripper is in the get-go. It's William Gull. You meet him, you see him doing everything, and you kind of get to live in his head for a little while. And the movie forgoes that entirely and just turns into a whodunit. And it's a murder mystery where Johnny Depp is also somewhat psychic, and they blended 3 different characters, I think, from the comic into his character.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of the weird zany shit that makes From Hell very unique. It's just dropped entirely. Gull doesn't have any hallucinations about seeing the future. You don't get to spend a lot of time with him. And in the comic, you follow him from start to finish. And like I said, you get to be in his head for a little while and get to see how he thinks. And that's the most interesting part of it, and they chopped that entire section out, and I want them to do this again, possibly as a TV series. I think it'd be more interesting. Only because there's so much happening in the From Hell comic.
It's a movie that I think if they were to redo it, I think it would benefit from a rated R movie, but I think it would need to be straight up adapted like Watchmen.
Yep. Exactly.
It's just one of those things where I would not accept anything less.
Verbatim would be the best way to do it. As weird as it is, still, if you try changing it, you lose anything. You lose stuff in translation.
Yeah, it's because you can make some comic adaptations that change 1 or 2 things. The MCU gets away with it because
it's their shit.
It's their shit. It's when you adapt something and then you change it and it's not yours, it feels disrespectful. I don't know, I just don't like it. I can't stand it. The Ang Lee Hulk movie, that movie makes me so mad. Like nowadays, because watching it is like, oh my god, why would you do this? Like, who thought this was okay?
I just realized too off that I can't believe I didn't even think of, and it's one that it's a shame he's not here. Arlen would probably agree. The new 52 runs of Swamp Thing and Animal Man.
I think Swamp Thing. Well, I mean, we did get 2 Swamp Thing movies in the 80s, but I can't remember what they were rated.
PG-13.
But they're so fucking campy. They are the corniest things, especially the second one. The second one is practically a superhero monster movie.
You sure not thinking the Man Thing movie?
No, the Man Thing. I remember the Man Thing movie happening.
It's actually an okay movie.
Man Thing or Swamp Thing?
The Man Thing movie, the sci-fi one that came out recently.
I have not seen. I heard it was garbage.
It's okay. It's like it's not. The problem with Man Thing is that he has a severe Fantastic Four problem where he's really hard to adapt.
No, I remember the Swamp Thing movies, and it's a lot of like, I think like post transformation. It's a lot of like Swamp Thing popping out of the water and throwing people off boats, and like breaking things with his hands. It's very 70s Hulk. I think it was made by Wes Craven.
Yeah, Swamp Thing.
Yes, I think. Who made the Swamp Thing movie?
Oh, well, I'm looking at him now. I think it was.
There's a big name attached to it. I think it's either Sam Raimi or Swamp Thing, or Sam Raimi or Wes Craven.
I love that Sam Raimi or Swamp Thing made Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing made Swamp Thing. It is Wes Craven. Holy shit!
And he wrote it.
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, Swamp Thing looks pretty cool.
Yeah, he looks great. Oh, except that shot. Whoa.
I call me crazy, but I think I remember there being a TV series.
Yes.
The Return of Swamp Thing.
Yep, Return of Swamp Thing.
It was a TV movie.
You can visit the set at Universal, I think, if it's still there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's right near the Jaws thing, if I remember correctly.
Well, Jaws is gone, I believe.
Yeah, that's gone. Is it gone?
Yeah, the Jaws is closed.
That was such a cool ride. Just like everything about it just interests me.
Yeah, I wasn't very impressed by it. What was I gonna say earlier? I'll say we did get 2 Dredd movies, but only one of them's decent. I mean, the one that's decent is excellent. Problem is, nobody went and saw it, so I doubt we'll ever see any more of it.
Yeah.
It's hard to think of anything else really at this point because I hadn't realized that so many of the things I would think would make the jump to movies is kind of being filtered out into TV and Netflix.
I think he would do. Well, wasn't the movie PG-13?
I think it was.
I think if they just if they straight up adapted it into an R-rated thing, it would be really good.
Let me look that up real fast. Sorry, I don't know why Booker T's theme popped into my head.
We're coming for you, please.
Don't.
No, Alan,
what have we told you about that?
That's actually something I was thinking of tweeting at Trump.
I just listened to an interview about that, and he's like, I don't know what came over me, man. I just said it on TV, and I've regretted it. I think if we're all ready, we can transition over to a bit of a downer. Last
Holy
week,
shit! There was an actual Swamp Thing series, so you were right.
Holy shit! Wait, no, was there?
Yeah, from 1990 to 1993, it had 3 seasons.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I told you. I wasn't lying.
I know there's a Crow TV series too, but it was garbage. It was on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Have you ever seen Crow 2 and 3?
I like Crow 2. I've never seen 3, but I've seen 4, and holy shit, is 4 an embarrassment.
Crow 3 is like getting teeth.
It
The
is
second
really
one,
bad.
the second one's not bad because the second one kind of like still maintains that level of weirdness the first one does, and seems to exist in its own little world. And the third and fourth one, just forget that. I think in the fourth movie, I heard like, first of all, Edward Furlong from Terminator 2 is the titular character. David Boreanaz is the villain, as well as Tara Reid.
So I'm still scrolling through the Swamp Thing like pictures or whatever on IMDb. There is not one picture of Swamp Thing, but for some reason there's a picture of Paula Deen.
What?
Wow. Okay.
You think I'm joking? I'm not.
You just that just derailed my train of thought. What the fuck was I just talking about?
Bill Paxton, I think, right?
We were getting to Bill Paxton. I was about to mention something else, but the idea of Paula Deen being on a Swamp Thing IMDb page totally floored me.
It's not Paula Deen, but I mean, like, at first glance, it's Paula Deen.
Anyway, I forget what I just said. So I hope this isn't becoming a trend where we start having shows we have to continually cover this, but we lost another one in the sci-fi world recently.
Yep.
Bill Paxton,
of the Alien family.
a member of the. First of all, he fought the big three. He fought a Predator, he fought an Alien, he fought a Terminator.
He was the best part of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 1.
Bill Paxton died at the age of
Season
61 due to surgery complications,
Yeah,
and
you're right.
that sucks.
I forgot where
Real bad.
I read it, but he was the only person who would actually brag about being killed by a Terminator, a Predator, and an Alien.
Game over, man.
Game over, man. Game over, man. I love it. His role in Predator 2 is great too, and a lot of people talk shit about Predator 2, and it makes me very upset.
Yeah, it's a serviceable movie. Okay.
Yeah, Predator 2 is great.
Yeah.
Shit happens, all right.
14 days? We're
my
not going to
favorite-
last 14 hours!
My favorite line in that movie was the Predator's hanging from the building and he just goes, "Shit happens."
Yeah.
Bill Paxton, who has been in Near Dark, Frailty, Twister, Predator 2, Aliens, Terminator, his Streets of Fire, his list of movie credits
He was
is
in Streets of
obnoxious.
Fire?
He was in Streets of Fire. He's the...
Titanic.
He is a... Yes, Titanic. Bill Paxton in Streets of Fire is a bartender, I believe, who has his establishment busted up by a bunch of Warriors-esque thugs. He's got very big hair. He doesn't have hair quite as big as Willem Dafoe in that movie, but he's got big hair.
Like Bill Paxton he's just everything he did just kind of just when you're watching you just can't help but smile. 'Cause
Bill
he has this
Paxton-
weird, like,
Bill Paxton gave everything he had to everything he did.
yeah, he had this like really weird energy that just like you just so affable. Like I just you wanna like you he's just entertaining. He's just entertaining.
Also, it just seems like it wasn't really his time to go, and it seems like it was just a freak accident or a freak occurrence.
Yeah, he had a stroke during his surgery.
Ugh. Like, I don't know, just between like that and like Carrie Fisher, it's like,
And John
please,
Hurt.
like, stop. And John Hurt, like, please stop taking like the figureheads of my cultural upbringing. I can't handle it. Oh shit, he was in Edge of Tomorrow too. I forgot about that.
Like he did so many things, like amazing things.
Yeah, he just going through his IMDb page, like shit that I forgot about. Apollo 13.
Navy
Jesus.
SEALs.
Maybe that's Tales in the Crypt. He was in an episode of Tales in the Crypt. That's awesome.
Like
Yeah. God, his list of movies is insane. Near Dark, which is something I've never seen. I heard it's a sweet vampire movie. He was in Commando
he
with Arnold. That would make sense after the Terminator casting.
So when Bill Paxton showed up in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., like, I was trying to remember, like, it sounds really bad, but I'm not really a film person. So I was like, why do I know that person? So I found out who it was, went through the discography, and you want to know what movie I recognized first in the line?
God. If you say Spy Kids 2, I'm gonna reach the internet and just kill you.
Was he in Spy Kids 2?
Yes,
Spy
and 3.
Kids 2. He was Dinky Winks in Spy Kids.
That is so dumb.
I was going to say Weird Science, but then I remembered...
Shit, yes, he was.
I was going to say Weird Science, but then you said Spy Kids, and I'm like, wait, yeah, he was in Spy Kids too, fuck.
Yeah, he was in, let's say, U571, which I saw in theaters. Mighty Joe Young, which I've never seen. But I know of it. Huh?
I watched that as a child on VHS because that was one of the few VHS tapes my parents had. Weird puppeted gorilla thing.
Like Weird Puppet Gorilla, like Congo Weird Puppet Gorilla, or...
Yeah.
Oh, God, I gotta see this movie now.
Wait, you've not seen Congo?
No, I've seen... I fucking love Congo.
Congo is hilarious.
I don't need anything in Congo except for Tim Curry and his indecipherable accent.
Remember in Congo where they use laser beams to cut up a bunch of white gorillas?
Yes, I fucking love Congo. Bruce Campbell's in Congo for a few minutes, isn't he?
Yeah, he's in the
he's the dude who gets lost and they go look for him. Oh shit, Bill Paxton was in Club Dread. I love Club Dread too. That's before Broken Lizard was entirely forgotten about. And they're like, we're gonna go make Super Troopers 2 for 15 years. Oh, okay. And something more recently, he was in Nightcrawler, and if no one's seen Nightcrawler, you're really doing yourself a disservice. Nightcrawler is amazing.
Oh, Nightcrawler is incredible film.
Incredible, yeah. The Jake Gyllenhaal movie. Have you guys seen it, Alan, Chris?
Yeah, he doesn't play Nightcrawler, unfortunately.
It's in my Netflix queue.
It is.
I know what the movie's about and everything.
Fantastic.
It's about getting footage of like accidents and stuff.
It is and isn't. It's more like Jake Gyllenhaal's character is this. He is unquestionably the villain, but he's also the protagonist, and it's basically about him outclassing, outwitting, and basically beating everyone else in the movie at their own game.
Yeah. When I saw Nightcrawler listed on Netflix, I'm like, has Netflix finally done it? Have they officially done a Nightcrawler? Speaking of which, back to the original conversation topic of this episode, Nightcrawler should have a nice movie.
I don't think Nightcrawler's popular enough to have his own movie.
But I mean, if you're going to do R-rated...
Popular enough? Are you kidding me?
I don't... Nah, I mean,
anyone about X-Men, they're going to say they love Nightcrawler. I guarantee.
I don't know. I feel like that's a gamble. Don't get me
I
wrong.
would have said it was a gambit.
Oh, shut the fuck up. God damn it.
Speaking of which, what happened to that film?
Fucking A. What do you mean what happened to that film? Nothing happened to that film.
It's supposed to come out this year.
That movie turned into vapor. It was supposed to come out in 2016. What's the year now?
Wait, what movie?
Gambit.
Oh, Gambit? Oh, God, that's never happening.
That's not happening. It's we could put that right along the line of what's that fucking Shazam and Black Adam. Channing Tatum got cut long conned. Yeah, sure, we'll make Gambit. It's totally go over.
Why would they what? How is Gambit a character who deserves his own movie? First of all,
Channing Tatum was going to star, and that's all people needed to hear.
I know, but I don't see how he's interesting.
It's because Fox wanted their own cinematic universe with the X-Men. They kind of already have one, but they were going to do what Sony wanted to do with Spider-Man.
Are they going to have a Sinister Six movie?
I just don't think that Gambit is that interesting to hold the entire movie.
Most people don't know shit about Gambit.
Yeah, they just know he throws those cars and that he likes gumbo.
And he's got a stick.
Yeah, and he's got a stick.
That's basically it. Yeah, and he has an accent. But you wouldn't know that if you watched the X-Men Origins movie. That's for sure.
Oh, and Mighty Joe Young was an animatronic gorilla suit made by Rick Baker.
Well, we all know some of those special effects in that time period are
Mighty Joe Young, the movie
but don't exactly hold up.
As a child,
I've never seen it. I just know of it.
I don't know why I watched it so much, to be honest with you. It's just something that we had and I watched.
But this is all about Bill Paxton right now. So, and he had just finished filming, I think,
Training Day.
a season of Training Day, the TV series.
Yeah, 8 episodes of it.
Yeah, which apparently I hear is not bad. But I'm a little leery after seeing clips from the Rush Hour TV series.
He also did a movie called The Circle in
Oh,
2017,
he did
which
that?
is due out in a couple weeks.
Oh, yeah, that's the movie that's in post-production that he did.
Yeah. So that'll be his last thing, I guess.
It's I don't know. I don't want to live in the reality where I'm going to start seeing, like I said, figureheads of my pop culture upbringing just start to die off. I know it's very realistic. It's going to start happening, but I don't want to face that reality.
Oh!
What?
No, it's Fast Lane.
Alan, stop! Don't you dare!
I'm not going to spoil it.
I'm currently only looking at the Cruiserweight title match. Wrestling, everybody.
We're
Hey,
definitely a wrestling podcast. I hope
Arlen's not here. We can talk about wrestling for a few minutes.
Yes!
That seems like... Shh, Alan, I'm fucking...
Kill me now.
Don't. Anyway, Bill Paxton, everybody. No,
Sorry,
yeah, I don't...
I just marked that.
I know that I'm going to have to start living the fact that, like I said, all these... Like, when Mark Hamill goes, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself for 2 days.
It's going to be a rough time.
Mhm.
Hamill goes. I feel the same way about Stan Lee. Like, when Stan Lee's
Well,
gone...
I mean, at this point, I don't think Stan Lee's going anywhere. Can he go anywhere? Like,
He's
like, I don't know,
immortal.
semi-immortal at this point.
Like, there's no way. Like,
Man's like, what, 93? No
Yeah.
signs of slowing down?
he just does, like, he just recently stopped going to cons, but I don't think he necessarily, like, stopped because he couldn't do it anymore. I think he just stopped because, like, I don't want to... He's 93. Like,
Yeah. No, when Mark Hamill goes, when Harrison Ford goes, when Arnold goes, I'm going to say this, and I don't care what people think of it, I'm kind of waiting for Hulk Hogan to die.
I mean...
I don't care how cynical that sounds.
Hulk Hogan... Hulkamania live forever, brother.
I don't care about it. Fuck Hulkamania. I love me some wrestling, but
What
fuck
are you
Hulk
gonna
Hogan.
do when Hulkmania runs wild on you?
I'm going to change the fucking channel.
You know what the problem with Hulk Hogan is that he has 4 moves and all of them suck.
No, here's the day when I'm going to start bawling. Is when Ric Flair goes.
Ric Flair, when he's gone, is going to be tough too.
Ric Flair's also someone I don't foresee dying in the foreseeable future because I think he's just like Keith Richards. He is drank and drugged his body into a state of invincibility.
He's a drug mummy.
Yes. The real Ric Flair died years ago. He's being animated by lots of drugs and alcohol.
It's the booze is taking over now.
But yeah, like I don't know, like I said in the Carrie Fisher show, like we've already lost 1/3 of the Trinity of that series, and while Bill Paxton's like not that level, like not Carrie Fisher level, but like it sucks. And it sucked for John Hurt too because John Hurt's in the same playing field. Where it's like, dude, you were an alien. You were the first person to die an alien.
Like, he was good at what he did. Like, he's so ingrained in, like, no nerd
Alan's
culture.
a fucking doctor on Doctor Who. Like he's an icon. So is Bill Paxton. And I feel like the next few years are gonna be hard for this. Turn that shit down.
Wait, is there a wedding going on?
All I did was open a Snapchat,
Alan.
and everything went to hell.
I feel like the next few years for like the pop culture bubble is gonna be rough because I think we're gonna see a lot of older icons start to kind of shuffle off.
Yeah, like, I think with everyone. Like there's a lot of old people in the world. You know what I mean? Like, and there's a lot of
honestly,
old
Carrie
celebrities.
Fisher's age and condition for granted. I was like, she'll be fine. She's fucking Carrie Fisher.
She did
And then,
so
like-
much fucking drugs.
No, she did all the drugs. Like,
Like, I was surprised she made it this long. That's why I wasn't surprised when she
I
died.
should have been surprised she made it this long, but honestly, I was more surprised that that something is like, I don't know. I wouldn't say a heart attack is simple, but like I figured, like I don't know, with how strong
when she
imagined
died,
her
it
to
made
be,
me sad. But like as soon as Debbie Reynolds died too, I'm like, oh.
that is atrocious. That's probably, I think, one of the worst pieces of news to come out of Carrie Fisher dying is like her mother died like a day later, just basically from a broken heart.
And that they had just made back up, right? Like,
I think
I think so, something like that. Yeah.
yeah, like they had just started kind of like be friends again, like be a family. Like, that's tragic.
Yeah. So like Carrie and like John, I'm certainly going to miss having Bill Paxton around, and since I never really got into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 1, like I didn't really know he was a part of it until recently, and now I kind of want to go back and watch all that shit.
Yeah. I was watching the pilot the other day. Oh my god, it's such a different show than it was.
Oh yes, it is.
Aunt May from the first Spider-Man movie is still alive. 89
Wait,
years
what?
old.
Wait, the Aunt May from the first Spider-Man movie is still alive?
Holy shit!
Oh my god!
Rosemary Harris.
Whoa!
Yeah, and fun fact,
In that movie, she looked as old as Happy Gilmore's mother, grandma, did in Happy Gilmore.
the funny thing,
Are they the same
she's
person?
British.
Honestly, if I'm gonna pick someone that's like gonna go next in the line of death, I would assume Sean Connery.
Let's not start a pop culture icon death pool. More fun.
I have
with
50 on
Stuff.
Sean Connery. I hate
Stop
to say
it.
it, but
I got
that's a safe bet.
Honestly, I'm surprised Sean Connery's still with us.
Exactly.
I really am. Like,
Isn't he 99 or something?
he is fucking old. I should not be laughing at that, but like, he is. I'm gonna find. Let me just. Sean Connery.
Sean Connery, like
86.
I got $20 on Scott Bakula.
No. That is my captain.
I don't like putting. I mean, like,
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
I can't say much because I've done wrestler death pools. I've thankfully been proven wrong on a few occasions. But then, like, I'm proven wrong by someone else dying. I'm like, ah, shit. I'm like, Kurt Angle's definitely gonna die in the year 2015. Dusty Rhodes dies. I'm like, shit. I'm sorry. I won't do this again.
He pretty much died the same way my grandfather died.
Who, Dusty?
Yeah. Kidney failure.
That sucks. Well, I mean, Dusty's also someone who probably, like, who, again, abused his body. Wrestling aside, like, those dudes partied and drank and did all kinds of just illicit substances.
Yeah, they love
Those people lived the hardest lives anyone will ever live during that time because, one, they were making all kinds of money, and two, their bodies were a wreck.
What has Patrick Swayze done recently?
Patrick Swayze has been dead recently.
Yeah, he's been
That was
dead
a really
a while.
dark way to say that, but Patrick Swayze has been dead since, like, 2011?
Oh. I didn't know that. My mind was thinking, and then I jumped to Patrick Stewart, and then I'm like, no, Patrick Stewart, he's only like 70-something.
Oh, my
And then
God.
my mind jumped to Patrick Swayze, and I'm like,
Patrick Swayze been
what
dead
happened
for a
to
while.
him?
He
He's
died.
dead. Okay, that makes more sense.
Oh my god. I can't. It's a long time ago when I was working in a movie theater. I might have told the story on the show before, but I'm gonna tell it again. Long time ago, I made a joke around Christmas time. I said it was right after Michael Jackson Farrah Fawcett died. I was like, "What is Michael Jackson Farrah Fawcett getting for Christmas?" Patrick Swayze. And then he died like 3 weeks later. My friends were like, "You motherfucker, you killed him." So now for the second time in my life, I've inadvertently laughed at Patrick Swayze's death. Anyway, this is getting dark.
So should we continue on the dark news and say how I almost died, but putting me next to Bill Paxton is like nothing?
God. You know, I was hoping that... So, ladies and gentlemen, we lost the episode we recorded on Friday, so this is kind of a do-over. And in that episode, Chris ad nauseum talked about how he got into a car accident, which admittedly sucks.
I'm
But
kind
then
of
he
glad
went-
I fell asleep, and I think that's what
And
made
he
me
went...
fall asleep.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. And then he went full Tony Stark on this, and will now stop bringing it up.
Yeah.
Even though
You
the
call me
rest
Stephen Strange?
of us had pretty shitty weeks, too.
I mean,
although-
I had a pretty good week.
But
Hey, Hunter. Fuck you.
fuck you.
Fuck you.
No, I ended up flipping my car after fishtailing off the side of a road in the woods with...
I mean, I'm
With
not
no
gonna lie.
star
all joking
reception.
aside, that's a pretty spectacular crash.
Yeah.
Holy hell.
God, even the way you said "yeah" was nauseating. Yeah.
I guess
We
he's
also
on...
lost my good bit about Vigilante being the best because he has a gun.
Yeah, you missed a bit about Vigilante being superior in a fight because he has some guns.
Yeah, he's got a gun.
He's got a gun.
Besides, why didn't he use his gun during that fight with Prometheus?
Because it's too easy.
Yeah.
Do you think
but that's-
Deadshot shoots Batman because it's easy? No. He does it because he's afraid.
That's excuse me. I'm sorry. I didn't sleep last night either. That's a different topic for a different day. I think it's time that we close up.
That sounds like a good idea considering we're spiraling. Just
Yeah,
like every episode ever.
It's like we were spiraling on the end of the last episode too, when we were talking about Matt Reeves directing Batman.
You mean Christopher Reeve's son?
Oh my God, I'm so mad.
That
you
was
got
also a
joke.
bit from last episode.
Jesus Christ. Okay, anybody have final thoughts? No, good. All right.
Bill Paxton will forever be the ultimate badass army.
Bill Paxton is the sole galactic badass who fought tornadoes, extraterrestrial hunters, extraterrestrial insects,
The
and
Titanic-
robustness, and dug up the Titanic.
No, he fought the Titanic.
He fought the Titanic.
He put it into
he the iceberg?
put
Bill
it-
Paxton is
Bill
actually
Paxton
a
as the
Titanic.
iceberg in Titanic?
No,
Yeah,
he
Bill Paxton
wrestled
was
it
the
and put it in
Titanic.
its watery grave.
Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. Anybody got some plugs? You can follow me on Twitter at Western Commander. I don't tweet, but if you follow me, I may start tweeting. Please, for the love of God, make me not regret that I have a Twitter. And of course, go to the Phantom Zone group. We should be only one. Come join us if you want to talk about comic books. Get links to that. Get links to the podcast, or talk with us because we're pretty amusing on social media.
Yeah, sometimes when I'm not shitposting.
Yeah, when Hunter's posting, he's actually pretty funny.
Yeah. You can follow me on Twitter at Davenports. You could also find my writings on the Haro. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I mean, shout out to Erik the Dud, who does our theme song. You can find his page on Facebook.
Our theme song is very good. I like it.
He's a very good nerdcore artist. Yeah. So yeah, that's
Alan?
about all I got. Alan, you there?
Yeah.
Clicking.
No, that's not me. That's Chris.
That's me. Sorry.
Wow. Way to point the blame at me, Alan.
I
I thought we were going to
really
go one
easy.
hell episode without that, but whatever.
You can find my writing on the Haro. You can find me on Twitter at the Alan Muir. And keep watching Riverdale. It's a good show.
Yes, everybody keep watching, even though I haven't started it yet.
I'm Chris. I do this show. I'm actually really curious as to how many people actually listen to this because I'm starting to doubt that anyone listens to this. And if you would
A
so
few people have spoken
likely to let me know that people are actually out there, write in to, what is it, Phantom Zoners? gmail.com.
Zoners group at gmail.com.
Yeah, zonersgroup@gmail.com. And
We have
please read us some questions.
We have a good dozen listeners who like what we do. That's better than nothing for
Yeah,
me.
it's better than
Yeah.
0.
I want a good 13, and then I can call it a baker's dozen.
Fucking shoot for the sky, Chris.
Come on, I want one listener. Force this down the throat of your ears to your best
please
friends.
Spread the word. We've been doing this since quarter 3 of last year.
It feels like it's been a year at least.
Feels like it's been a long time. We're kind of trying to stick to it. We're hitting our, we're still figuring this out, but
Yeah, we only lost like 6 episodes. We're sorry.
Tell people to listen to us. Swear to God, it'll be worth their time, and we'll get better. So, all right, everybody. Good night.